Oh.
Welcome to the Public Speaking Experts Podcast with Elliot Kay and Jose Ucar. Every week we bring the tips, tools, and strategies for you to become a world-class public speaker. We bring you guests, experts, and authorities in the field of public speaking to enrich you and enhance your public speaking journey. Remember to subscribe, rate, and comment. And now, please welcome your hosts, Elliot and Jose.
Boom, pow.
Boom.
So
Bam.
so how long have we been live for?
Hey.
I mean, we were live on LinkedIn.
And YouTube. So the first thing people will see on LinkedIn right now or YouTube is you going. Yeah, so I don't think that's.
So that sounds very clever. That's the kind of authority I convey. There we go. That's the unconscious. Yeah, fart noises, exactly. That's my unconscious. My unconscious played me.
There we go. That's what my unconscious.
Can you imagine having that person laughing? Oh, is that what you're? Yeah. Wow. How do you live with yourself?
Easy. How do you live with yourself?
Yeah. Well, I love it. What can I say? I mean, the thing is, how do we do what we do together? That's the question. But we'll address it next time.
What you do? There are you. Yeah. So today's an interesting podcast, isn't it?
It is. It is like every Monday, but yeah, it could be even more interesting if you want to make it so.
Well, I mean, so far so good, right? I mean, I know we record them on a Monday, but release them on a Saturday, which is why people should subscribe and send us a comment, of course. And then they're recycled every Wednesday. But that's not the point right now. The point right now is what? Today's episode is all about
niching down, people. Niching down, finding your niche, honing
niching, if you're American.
If you are American, niching, and if you are Spanish, I don't know how you would say that.
Nicho,
finding your nicho, el nicho de mercado. El nicho de mercado.
Sounds like a come into my house and have some el nicho. We'll eat and we talk business. I don't know why it sounded Italian.
There we go. Yes, so you find el nicho, and then you drink el nicho con la familia. There we go. Makes perfect sense. Let's talk to Simone Vincenzi. Absolutely. Does he drink el nicho?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him. We have him on the podcast. Hey, come into my home and have some el nicho. Anyway.
Have el nicho con la family. So are we having Vincenzi with us at some point?
I think we should invite him, certainly.
Or he's become too important?
I don't know. I'll speak to him tomorrow and let you know. I'll speak to El Nicho tomorrow.
El Nicho. Say if we can have some Nicho together. Okay,
some
beautiful.
Nicho. Can I have a cerveza and El Nicho, por favor?
El Nicho, por favor. Cerveza con el Nicho, whatever that means.
So today is all about niching down. Is that right?
Yeah, today is all about niching down.
So tell us about niching down.
Well, one of the things I'm going to share today, and it's based on what I tend to find when people, and I would like to make it around people that are getting started, mainly when it comes to this industry, this industry of speaking. And you can see that Elliot is kind of, making himself pretty.
I'm getting started.
I hope. Yeah. Okay. So you get started. Okay. So then you go pouting and everything else, and they may want to put some lipstick on, whatever tickles your fancy, Elliot K.
Okay.
So. And I find, and I remember when I started within this industry as well, it's like, yeah, but I know so much and I've done so many different things. And then you want to go like, yeah, I want to go everywhere. And then you don't convey a proper message. And then all of your marketing activities and everything else go all over the place. So, and then I find people saying, yes, Jose, but I cannot focus on only the one thing because I like doing all of the other. When it comes to speaking, and then when it comes to their coaching business, their training business, and some of the things I tend to do, I take them, I ask them a few questions, and then I get them to realize the power of being very specific and clear about the message they convey.
Can you share the questions? Can you share?
Yeah, of course. I will share some of the questions.
Is it one? Why is Elliot so awesome?
Why is Elliot so awesome? And then you can start niching down based on that question. Why is Elliot so awesome? And then, okay, how can I please Elliot? And then you may not have an answer for that one. We can ask his wife, but hey, Wow, what a wonderful woman. Anyway.
So, what are the questions?
I'm drinking a bit of water. Yeah. Before I give you questions, I wanted to say something else. Why are you interrupting me?
Sorry.
No, I was actually going deeper into this. Not too deep, anyway. Well, you know what? I lost track. Simply, I go to people and ask them. Okay, what I wanted to say, in one of our previous episodes, we had Manny Cabo, and he referred to this as well. That confused minds, and you may have heard this before, don't buy. So if you have a message that doesn't really say what is that you do specifically, then people don't even care to look, because we are bombarded. Wow, what a word that came a bit difficult for me. Bombarded. Is it bombarded? We're bombarded with information out there. Bombarded. Elliot, come on. Is it bombarded? We're bombarded. You should see his face. What a prick. I love him though. I love him. I love him. It's just so the first question is
you. I'm not speaking. That's it.
Oh, thank you very much. Okay, so it's always the extreme here. So one of the main questions is,
you called me a prick on the podcast.
No, did I? Oh, we're going to edit that one out. Like prick.
That's so funny. I can't believe you called me a prick.
I like it. I like, yeah, it's just a prick.
We should get that recording, definitely. I think.
Yeah, no, we will record that one. I can send you a message. Yeah, I'll send you a voice note.
What a prick.
Yeah, look at his face. Brilliant. What a prick. And then we're going to be playing that one a lot. So one of the first things, people, I want you to focus on is be crystal clear. No, don't be a prick. Be clever with your message. What's in it for your audience? That's what I want you to start asking yourself. What's in it? Out of everything that I do, what do they take away? So I want you to start thinking, what's in it for my audience when I go and speak? I'll give you an example. I started out and I wanted to speak only around things that were related to mindset, because that had been an important discovery throughout my divorce and things like that happened a few years back. But then people weren't connecting with me in that sense, because what I was doing was more presenting, more actually speaking about confidence, more speaking about how to deliver powerful presentations at work. And that's actually how people recognize me. So what's in it for the audience? Sometimes when you don't have clarity, the market will. So the market will recognize you for what you do as well, which is also an element of feedback, which is always good to have there. So what I'm saying here,
there,
yeah,
your third question, would it be, what do people know you for?
Yes. The thing is, as we're getting started, yes, and that could be one of the questions in this case. I wanted just to share 3 elements, but then I think I'm rambling a little bit, because when we start, we have got all of these things, and then my point is, get it started, put it out there, put out the content, and then let people begin to judge you for what the value they get. That's one of the things. Because I remember the first gigs I got were because people came to me, Jose, I've seen that you do this really well. Why don't you come and speak? Why don't you come and train the team around those elements? And they didn't have anything to do with mindset, which is how I was promoting myself as. So I guess the first thing here, if I really go back, apart from what's in it for the audience, put the content out there and start measuring the impact it has, because your niche is going to evolve with time. Then gain clarity. You can decide, because back then I thought I knew who I was serving with the mindset side of things. So I thought I knew who the people were, what they were getting, and that what they could achieve through my speaking. But then as you begin to do those things, you may realize, actually, I'm not getting any business. People are not recognizing me for it. So how do you then tweak that? How do you evolve? How do you adapt further? Yeah, give me the thumbs up. Yeah, thumb up.
Yep.
The most important thing here is that regardless, you do put content out there. You promote yourself, even if it's not fully clear, and then adapt, tweak that message. So I always ask people, what is it that you do? Who do you do it for? And what do they get because of it? 3 key questions. And that will evolve, people. If you're starting on this industry, just start somewhere and do it. So what do you speak about? What do people get from it? And what will they achieve because of that? And I think those have been the most powerful questions for me to get where I am today. I'm always looking, who am I speaking to? And then I look at my clients, because I may think that I'm speaking to managers. But then when I realize actually I'm attracting more speakers or more trainers or more coaches, so then I can tweak my messaging accordingly. But I couldn't be able to do that if I wasn't putting myself out there and if I wasn't putting content out there. Then when I look back, I recognize that my audience may have shifted to what I originally thought it was. But again, I carry on asking the question, who am I serving? What do they get from it? And what kind of transformation do they experience? And that's the same thing I can use for what I like to call my one-liner. So who do I speak to? What do I speak about? What do people get from it? You see, you keep on asking the same questions, and you just carry on honing your message. Always ask yourself the same question. Look at your message. Is it clear for you? Is it clear what people are getting from it? Check it with other people within the industry as well. Run it by people you know. Ask for feedback. I've been coaching people recently, and they come to me with messages that they don't really make sense. I mean, the message is there, but it doesn't really explain with clarity what they do. So I want you to remember, be clear as possible, and focus on what's in it for your audience. What problem are you solving with your speaking is another one I always like to ask people. What problem are you solving? The magnitude, but then that can link the magnitude of the problem you're solving, that can then lead to the fees that you charge and everything else. But then be clear. What is the problem you're solving? So if I ask you, Elliot, what is the problem you solve with your speaking? What would you say it is?
I solve the problem of people not standing out enough to be seen as the go-to expert or get paid what they want to get paid, because they lack the presence they want to have as a speaker.
There we go. So if you listen to that, it is clear, and he's not saying too much what he does, but he's actually turning it around what people get. So people are going to stand out. So if you're listening to that message, wow, I'm a speaker. Yes. So if I come to Elliot, he's going to help me stand out. He's going to help me become the go-to speaker. If I'm not getting paid enough, or I'm not getting paid, then Elliot can help me. You see? So he's focusing on the deliverables, what's in it for them, instead of all the transformation process and all the fluffy wording that we can sometimes add to it. When you started, Elliot, did you have complete clarity?
No.
On your niche? So how did that evolve?
Through trial and error. I mean, obviously I evolved. I mean, I'll never forget, a long time ago, I was at this seminar. It was actually a wealth building seminar. And the guy got everybody to get into trains, and you had to stop at your station. And, you know, his whole thing is, why would my train stop at your station? Kind of exercise. Very clever. And when someone stopped at your station, you had to quickly pitch, you know, your little pitch. And I remember going, I didn't play or anything. And then they were debriefing, and they were like, okay, who here really struggled with that? And I was like, me being me, put my hand up. Like, what is it? And it's like, you know, I don't think I've got anything unique or special to say. And I'm really struggling. I don't feel like I just feel like I sound like everyone else. And interestingly enough, when he said, who else feels that way? Most of the hands went up in the room. And that was kind of the beginning of this. And he said, look, who do you want to work with? Right? Who can you get results for? And who can pay you? Start there. And when we started there, he goes, you know, it's okay to change in 6 or so months, but make a decision, focus on it, go after it, and then decide. And that was kind of the beginning of me finding direction. And since then, it's evolved. You know, that's when I was the coach with a hat, and then I was doing Power to Succeed, and then I moved into strategy, and I was doing Strategic Brilliance, and then I moved. Obviously, the whole time I've been doing public speaking as well. But the new messaging has evolved, and the niching has, I mean, we've always been after the same niche, which is entrepreneurs using speaking to grow their business for expert positioning. but it's years it takes of tweaking and finding, and of course the market changed, and it only needs is the last 2 years to understand how quickly it can become redundant.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you very much for sharing that, because then you can see Elliot is well positioned today, but there's been a process to it. There's been years. There's been that adaptability, the flexibility element. Trying. I mean, you could have decided back then, Elliot, but if you had you not put yourself out there, how would you have found out whether that was working or not? So that's one of the key elements. Whenever you decide, then put yourself out there and start analyzing, taking a look at results. If things are not working out, then you can always tweak, retweak, decide to focus on something else. But that is key. If you don't start, you're never going to start. So how will you know? There we go. So commercial break. People, thank you so much for listening to the Public Speaking Experts podcast. Remember to like, subscribe, share, and take a picture of the comments you leave, and Elliot and I will send you a copy of his book, Speak, Influence, Sell, or Be More Giraffe. Not two of them, but definitely one. Also, people, if you are enjoying this, he's nodding, so he's saying yes to one of them, so you get in touch. Also, if you liking this, if you liking our style, invite us to speak. We would love to do it together. We can do it separately. You can, get in touch if you want coaching, training for your business or organization, and more. And today's episode is being sponsored by Bros in Marketing. This is another business I run with my brother and a team of international, incredible, and super talented individuals, and we can help you with your positioning. We can help you with your marketing overall and creating incredible show reels. If you are a speaker or if you're getting started, you will know how important it is to have a powerful show reel. Get in touch. How to get in touch? Just come and talk to Jose in this case. Thank you very much. Commercial over.
Well done. Very well.
Oh, goodness me. I feel like I've spoken so much. I had a couple of sessions in the morning, and they do take its toll, put it this way. But hey, here we are. It doesn't matter.
You
Carry
don't
on
quite
talking.
have the speaker stamina, do you? You're a bit of a...
Yeah, it goes.
You're not an El Nicho,
I'm not in El Nicho. I may need some Nicho. And I'm actually looking at my face. Yeah, I'm looking a bit tired.
Oh.
What's going
But
on?
you're still beautiful, no matter what they say. Words can't bring you down. So don't you bring me down today, because you are beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful.
I just want you to remember that.
Thank you so much, Elliot.
Christina Aguilera wrote that song just for you.
Yeah, Genie in a Bottle.
What?
The Genie. She also wrote Genie in a Bottle. Well, you mentioned Christina Aguilera, and I connected it with Genie in a Bottle. Genie in a bottle.
Genie in a bottle.
In a bottle.
I can't see Aguilera walking up on stage going, and my next song is going to be Genie in a Bottle.
I'm a genie in a bottle.
So
okay, people. It's been a long day. This is the third episode, and yeah, I'm done.
You're done. You got nothing left. You see?
I need some food in my stomach. I need some Nicho.
You need some El Nicho. We should call the podcast El Nicho.
El Nicho. So what do you see?
Expert El Nicho.
El Nicho. So what were you going to say? You see what?
I was going to say that you just don't have the speaking stamina, my man. You just don't have it. You need to work on your speaking stamina.
I'm not made for this.
That's how you work on your speaking stamina. So you talked
that was
about...
valuable feedback. Thank you very much.
That was
valuable advice. Yeah,
absolutely. And we should definitely win like the funniest podcast award, but not because we're comedians, because we're funny. So we're not like in the funny category, because we're not putting ourselves as a funny podcast. But while we're very like insightful, there's a lot of humor, and all the guests come on and say how they love it and how they enjoy our banter. So we should
people. Exactly. Leave us some comments specifically on that, because that'd be very, very valuable. We keep on doing this every Monday. We would appreciate, not just in terms of...
We release them on Saturday.
And we release them on Saturday, and then we recycle them every Wednesday. Thank you very much. And we want to hear from you, but also, comment. How are you finding the banter between us? How is it humorous? Are you enjoying that part of things as well? The more comments, the more you subscribe, the more you share it, then the more opportunities we will have to rank our podcast. And we do this because we love it, and we're speaking here every Monday. And I'm not going to repeat what Elliot said. And then we release it on a Saturday, and then we recycle it on a
I
Wednesday.
didn't say anything.
Well, but I said it twice just in case, because I know you. I know what you like. So are we good to wrap up today's episode?
I
Have
know
you
you
got-
can't handle it anymore.
No.
I was going to
Yeah.
say that, look,
What were you gonna
so
say?
if you want to niche down, you've got to, first of all, I'm going to kind of wrap it up for you because you can't handle it. Right. So
I can't handle my
because you're a
speaking anymore.
prick.
You are a prick.
So really understand your audience's problem, right? When you do that, really figure out what's in it for the audience. What's the value you bring to it? And also, in order for you to get validation, what are you known for? How do people perceive you? What are you getting booked for? And that will help you niche your speaking. So that's, in summary, everything that Jose said in 25 minutes.
Yeah, thank you very much, Elliot. Elliot has been very helpful, and what can I say? It's a pleasure to be here. So having him as my secretary, can you write some PR for me, mate?
No, mate.
No? Oh, okay.
No.
I thought you were gonna
Have
say
you seen
yes.
my writing?
Well, that is very true. So let's not go there.
My
Okay,
books
I
are well
understand.
written, but most other things aren't. So there we go. Listen, everybody, make sure you get out there, implement what we teach you, put something to test, send us some feedback. We'd love to
Yeah,
hear
come
from you.
on.
We'd love to know how the podcast is influencing your life, your speaking. What have you done and got a great result? Drop us a message. Follow us on Instagram, the Public Speaking Expert Show on Instagram. Send it to me or Jose on Instagram. Send us a message. The website will be up soon. You'll be able to email us at direct very soonly at the Public Speaking Expert Podcast Show podcast.com. I'll get
Yeah.
the domain right one day. Remember to go out there, not only be a great speaker,